Are you ready to be empowered with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in yourself, to overcome your fears and battle through every challenge and bully you face, both real and in your mind? Are you ready to learn life-changing strategies on how to develop the right mindset and positive mental attitude to courageously stand out in the crowd and be who you were born to be? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Greetings and welcome to another uplifting, life-changing episode of the Warrior Confidence Podcast. I'm your host, Master Rich Grogan, and I'm truly grateful you're here today. Now, if you're new to the show and this is your first time, then welcome to the show, baby. Where you been? Well, I'm glad you're finally here. And, of course, if you've been here before and now you're back for more, then welcome back for another round of Warrior Confidence Power. Man, I love saying that. I also love that intro. But most importantly, I love the fact that you're spending time with me. And you've heard me say before, time is the most sacred commodity we have on this planet. And the fact that you're taking time out of your busy day to be with me, man, I am truly grateful. And I promise you, I'm going to give you everything I've got to make the time here together valuable, enjoyable, educational, where you walk away with something. You're like, man, that was good. I'm glad I spent that time. So hopefully you're having a great day and this episode's going to make it better, but there's a chance that maybe you're not having a great day. Well, hopefully after you're done listening to this, it will turn your day around and give you the tools you need to get that day on track, right? Get it moving in the right direction. So what are we talking about today? I'm going to tease you as always here. It is, do you know what your song is? It is, do you know what your song is? There it is. Do you know what your song is? My song. Now, if you listen to the last episode, I really dove in deep about singing your song. Well, we're going to add this to the weekend challenge. We're going to piggyback off what we talked about on Monday's show. And if you haven't listened to that one yet, when you're done with this one, jump on over there and listen to it. And, of course, make sure you listen to the other ones. And, love for you to like, subscribe, and share with somebody else in those 5-star reviews and all that good stuff. But back to the show. Do you know what your song is? Next question. Have you sang it lately, or at all, or ever? And then, if you haven't, why? Why haven't you? So my goal for this show is our Feel Good Friday weekend Warrior Confidence Challenge is to talk you into singing your song this weekend. How am I going to do that? Well, let's dive right in and we'll talk about it. This is episode number 343, and as I mentioned, it's our Feel Good Friday Warrior Confidence Weekend Challenge. And the title of this episode is Sing Your Song This Weekend, Unleashing Your Unique Talents. And as asked earlier, do you know what your song is? And it's kind of funny, anytime I'll ask that in a conference or a workshop or during a presentation, people say, my song, like, wow, I'm not a singer, man. So I get that response, just about every single time. And, of course, what I'm talking about, if you are a singer, absolutely. Sing at the top of your lungs. Get that song out. But the song I'm really talking about is your unique God-given talent, your gift, the song you have inside. And oftentimes, people take that song to the wealthiest place on earth. You may think, wait, the wealthiest place on earth? Man, does that mean I get paid for that? Well, it'd be great. But unfortunately, the wealthiest place on earth doesn't pay a dime, doesn't pay anything. But it is the wealthiest place on earth. Now, those that listened before, you know exactly what the wealthiest place on earth is. And maybe you've forgotten. Maybe our new friends don't even know. Well, the wealthiest place on earth is the cemetery. Why? Because so many people have taken their song to the grave, unsung. They've taken their gift with them. And it's never been released to the world. The world did not get to hear your song, did not get to take a part of the gift that you were given. Nobody got to enjoy it. God gave us all a unique gift. There's over 8 billion people on this planet, but no one has your gift. And what is that? Well, like I mentioned, we talked about that in depth on the last episode. So you'll have to go back and listen to that to really dive in deep. This is the weekend challenge, so I like to keep this one short. I'm kind of piggybacking off the message from the week there. But I figured, actually had another show planned, and I went through and redid it. Why? Because I thought, man, what a great opportunity to double dip on the Sing Your Song, Unleashing Your Unique Talents, but giving you a challenge over the weekend to do that. So real quick, what is your gift? Well, it's something that comes natural to you, something you absolutely love doing, something you would do, and maybe you are doing, and you're not getting paid. You're not getting anything for it. Now, if you are getting paid, man, that's just extra bonus, right? But the unfortunate thing is most of the time people tuck their gift. And you may not know exactly what your gift is. Now, my gift is what I'm doing right now, talking. I enjoy it. I was always told every report card I ever had as a kid, Richie talks too much. Well, it's true. Well, that's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing. Talking and sharing what I've learned in the past, what I'm still learning, what I'm working on, and sharing that with you. And my hope, my goal is that, man, it connects with you in a way that you're like, yes, I needed that. And I'm transparent. I'm open. I share my struggles, my troubles, things that I've went through, the failures, the mess ups, the goof ups I've made. And my goal is that, just like I've had mentors that have helped me in the past and many more that are still helping me today and will always help me. If you don't have yourself a mentor, definitely get yourself one and make sure you're planting the right seeds in your mental garden. Your mental garden's your mind. By listening to this podcast, you're doing that. Yeah. Because, those that followed, I wrote a couple books now. I've got Becoming BullyProof. It's me as a 12-year-old meeting me 40 years later. We go on a journey together where the older me is teaching the younger me everything I wish I would have known about believing in myself, about self-education, about standing up for myself, about not letting others push me around or bully me or making me feel inferior. Yeah, but a lot of that stems from defeating what I call the bully within, the bully in your own mind. You got to defeat that bully of limited beliefs and self-doubt. The one that tells you, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. The one that tells you to bury your song deep inside and don't let it out because people may laugh at you. They may poke fun at you. And yeah, those things could happen. But I tell you what, as you get older, that song gets buried further and further and further down, and it seems like it's harder and harder to pull out. And then you start feeling, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be. Get that doggone song out. Because what's worse than that, what's worse the pain of somebody possibly laughing at you or making fun of you for singing your song or releasing your gift into the world, is the pain of regret. Yeah, regret weighs tons. It's one of the things, they've done countless studies. People in nursing homes and toward the end of their life, what they say that the number one thing they wish they would have done? I regret not doing this. I regret not spending more time with my family, my kids. I regret not taking that vacation. I regret not learning to play the guitar, or I regret not having the courage to do what I wanted to do. I regret, now, may not say use my gift, but I regret not being who I was born to be. That's tough, isn't it? Does that sting a little bit? Yeah. So anyway, my other book is I Believe in Me. It's A through Z Positive Affirmations, and that book's for little kids learning the ABCs, but the positive affirmations are for everybody, and it's all about self-empowerment. And then I wrote a little book with Tom Ziegler called Road Trip, and I authored, wrote a chapter in a book called Shift with Intention. And anyway, I'm bringing that up not to brag on myself, but I'm a guy that barely graduated high school. And the book writing process was extremely tough. I mean, extremely tough. But I set it as a goal. I wanted to get it out. And I felt that that was a song that I needed to sing. And I did it. And, if I did it, anybody can do it. Now, it's not easy. It's going to take a heck of a lot of work. But that's one of the songs I felt compelled to release, and it's based on all the things that I've learned over the years from the mentors and the guides who have helped me, and that's my goal now, is to be a mentor and a guide and help other people find their own hero inside, and that's a big part of what we talk about in the books and on the podcast here. Yeah, my goal is to help guide you to believe enough in yourself to become the hero you were born to be, to sing the song you were born to sing, to get that gift out to the world. I can't be a hero for you. And there's no need for that. I want you to believe enough in yourself to be the hero in your own life. And that's kind of the hero's journey. And I talk about that in Becoming BullyProof, right? Helping the younger me develop that confidence, that belief, that courage to sing that song, to not be intimidated by bullies, and most importantly, to become my own hero, the younger me. And what I mean by hero is when you become your own hero in your life, it's not that you no longer need help from anybody else, but you're at a point that you can do it now. It's almost like parents listening. When your kids become a hero at a young age of learning how to feed themselves or learning how to tie their own shoes, or maybe they have their first sleepover. Those are all challenges. Or even further back, become a hero because they learn how to walk, right? Yeah. Now you still are there to help them and guide them, but they have conquered that challenge. They've become a hero in their own little minds. Now they're going to have other setbacks, or they're going to have a lot of setbacks and failures, as you know, but that's where we build that foundation and you remind them, hey, you overcame this battle. You used to not be able to walk. Look at you. You're good at it now. I talk to kids all the time. Emmett plays, my youngest son, Emmett, who's 14, is a goalie in hockey. And, there's a time when he couldn't even skate, kept falling down, but he stayed with it. And then he decided to want to be a goalie, which is a whole different skate and a whole different stride and everything else. And boy, that was tough on him, but kept encouraging him. Hey, you overcame this battle. Now let's get this next one. So moving along. But my whole point of bringing all that up is you've overcame battles before, but you still have a song inside that may be a battle to get out, but I want you to get it out. So what is your challenge for this weekend? Your challenge is I want you to at least write down on paper. And it may take a little bit of brainstorming to get it out, but I'm telling you, once you get the thoughts out of your mind and on paper, that's when the real magic happens. Because in your mind, well, if you're anything like me, your mind's constantly circling and coming up with ideas. And, that's one of my unique gifts is creativity. Holy smokes. I've got in my Evernote account, like 1,400 and something notes and 20 journals full. And once again, I never say any of these things to brag and say, hey, look at me. Because it all started with one. It all started with that first note, writing the first thing down. Man, I used to carry around a pocket recorder to record my thoughts back in the 20s. So not 1920s, but back in my 20s. And I wish I could find those tapes. Gosh darn, that would be some good stuff. But my point is, it's one of my creative geniuses is just being creative, coming up with thoughts. Now, they're not all winners. Matter of fact, most of them aren't at the very beginning. They're like, I look back, I'm like, what in the world was I thinking there? But it starts with something. But getting it out of your mind and getting it on paper, that's when the magic happens because now you can see it. And what's that lead to? Well, it's down there now, so you're going to constantly see it. Now you got your eyes engaged on it, and you're going to be talking about it. So then you got your subconscious mind working on it. And that's going to help you chip away at reaching whatever that goal may be. And, of course, that's the next step. Once you've gotten where you're writing things out of your mind down, well, go ahead and write a goal down, whatever that goal may be for this gift. So that's number one. At least get that song on paper. Next, man, share it with somebody. Maybe even if you're bold enough and courageous enough, share it on social media. Yeah. Now, you may have, if you've never done anything like that before, people are like, what in the world are you doing? Boy, have I heard that. But, I do a lot of crazy stuff. I post stuff, and anymore people's like, oh, that's just Rich. Yeah, I used to be like, oh, that's just Richie being Richie. He's just, I don't know, he's out there. That was a true story. That was before social media. And sometimes I think, man, why is everybody always picking at me? Why is always everybody doing this? Well, they weren't picking at me, but you'll find once you kind of separate yourself from your peer group, or you start stepping out singing your own song, which you're going to do this weekend, that's your challenge, man, people are going to be like, whoa. Now, and then it comes the thing, and I filmed a video about this. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel if you haven't done that. It's Grogan's BullyProof, or you can get there by at the at symbol thing, Warrior Confidence, all one word. You can definitely find it, the YouTube channel. And a video that launched not too terribly long ago is Engines and Anchors. And engines are the ones that drive you and push you and motivate you and help you reach levels of success. They help you sing your song and release it to the world to become who you were born to be, to help you become the hero you were born to be in your own life so you can help out others. That's what engines do. They don't laugh at you. They push you. They motivate you. They help you. They inspire you. Well, anchors on the other end, anchors, they pull you back. They don't want you leaving the group. Why? Because if you leave the group, or if you excel at anything, if you sing your song, they're going to think, oh, well, I could have done that, but and I was too scared. And oftentimes people would rather, instead of them pursuing their own goals, here's a nice right hook of reality for you. Instead of them pursuing their goals, it's easier just to stay where they are because it's comfortable, but then also try and keep everybody else at that level too, so they don't feel bad about themselves knowing they could have succeeded. But by watching somebody else succeed, it makes them feel like, hey, I could have done that. Well, yeah, they could have. And so can you. But you got to believe in yourself. And it's going to start with singing your song this weekend. So get that baby wrote down. And the next part, write some goals down. Write some goals. I mean, whatever. It could be I want to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to work out 5 days this week. Or if you're starting off, I'm going to work out 2 days this week. Or for our guys out there, maybe you haven't done push-ups in a while and you need to do some, or some sit-ups. Say I'm going to start off with 5 push-ups or 5 sit-ups, and I'm going to try and do that 3 days a week, and then build from there. Journey of 1,000 miles, we all know, starts with one step. If you decide you want to do 100 push-ups, you got to be able to do 5 before you can do 10, before you can do 20, and then obviously before you can do 100. But start off with baby small steps. And I always say here, well, man, that'll take me forever. Well, what else are you going to do? You don't have time for 5 push-ups every day, and then maybe you do 2 times this week or 3 times this week, and then next week add a day on. Then add maybe morning and night on. Just little bitty baby steps, because the time is going to come and go anyway. That's something I shared on the last podcast was oftentimes when I would talk about goal setting, people would say, oh my gosh, in 5 years, I'm going to be 50 years old or whatever. I'll be 57 in 5 years. And I said, well, how old will you be in 5 years if you don't work toward a goal? And they're like, what? I said, well, how old are you going to be in 5 years regardless if you work toward this goal or not? And I said, well, the same age. I said, good. Yeah, exactly. So what do you got to lose? Well, I don't have 5 years to waste. And what if I die before I reach that? Well, then you got nothing to worry about anyway. All your problems are gone. So the time's going to come and go. It's what you do with that time. After you're done listening to this, you're going to get back to your whatever you're doing. And I hope it's a wonderful, wonderful weekend for you. But I really hope you take this challenge, and I hope it plants a seed in your mental garden, or at least burns you a little bit in the mind. It's like, gosh darn it, Rich, what'd you do that for? Now I feel compelled to write it down. Good. That's real, real good. Write it down. Write those goals down. Once it's burning that subconscious mind, then take that next step, and then that next step, and see where it takes you. But I also want you to kind of share it with someone else, someone you can trust, you feel good about, because now it's out there, man. It's out there in the universe. And if you start working toward it, I'll tell you what, this isn't wackadoo stuff. It's true. The universe will do what it can to bring to you. It'll manifest that extra energy, extra excitement, and suddenly people just start lining up in your path. You start meeting people you had never met before. They're going to help you sing that song and get it out. And every time I talk about that, people are like, that sounds kind of like, I don't know, voodoo or something. It's just the reality of things. But you got to put it out there. Just kind of sitting back and having a pity party or crying and pouting or wishing all this, that ain't going to do it. You actually got to take action. Can you do it? Absolutely you can. Are you going to do it? Well, that's entirely up to you. I believe in you. I hope you can. And for our parents out there, listen up. Our kids, they emulate, they watch every single thing we do and say, and we wish they would pick up more on our good qualities, right? But what do they usually pick up on? Or at least what we see. Some of the bad ones, right? It's like, So do what you can to make sure, if anything, you're more aware of that. Make sure you're showcasing your talents. You're singing your song. You're taking risks. You're taking challenges, that aren't too terribly crazy, to kind of help them. Let them know we're never too old to learn. We can always have mentors and guides in our life, and man, we're meant to be the hero of our own lives, and we can do that. So what are you going to do this weekend? Are you going to take this challenge? Are you going to give it a shot? Going to write some goals down, write a song down? And if you're a singer, I know I keep saying that, write it out. What the heck? You don't know. If it bombs, and you're like, this really isn't for me. Well, that's fine. At least you took a chance. And I'll tell you what, you start getting that creative juices flowing, and your mind will start talking to you. I mean, it really, really will, because it's like, whoa, wait a minute. This is something new. All right. And it makes you feel good. It's an endorphin release. And of course, we all got too much cortisol flushing through our veins, and cortisol is the stress chemical. We need to get that stuff out. So get some endorphins going in there. Yeah, feel good. Can you do it? Absolutely. Are any of my challenges impossible? No. Are they tough? Yeah. I mean, it's what is the thing? Everything that I say, people go, that's another one, yeah. People often say, well, you make it sound so gosh darn easy, but nothing's that darn easy. Now, life isn't that easy. No, it's not. I'll never lie to you and say it is. It's not. No. It's easy. But it's not easy. It's hard. But it's really not that hard. Like, whoa, where are you going with this? Well, I mean, the first step is always the hardest, and it's going to be tough. And it doesn't mean it's going to get any easier after that. But once you're committed, once you've wrote it down, once you've talked about it, once you've launched it out in the world, man, work toward it. You can do it. And I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel better. Good. All right. Well, hey, last episode I gave a shout out, and I want to give another one to our FitBod exercise and fitness app. And I'm getting nothing from FitBod for saying this, but I just know that my workout partner, Dave Hendrickson across the street, thanks for listening as always, Dave. Appreciate it. And thanks for helping push me to help reach some of my fitness goals. He recommended this app, and it's fantastic. It creates workouts and tracks not only your workouts, but your volume of weights lifted, and you can do all kinds of programs if you're wanting to lose weight, tone up, wanting to build muscle. It's fantastic. And Emmett and I actually went over and worked out at Dave's the other day while Dave's out of town, and we got a great workout in, and it's fantastic. So check out FitBod exercise and fitness app. I think it's great. So a little shout out to those guys for doing a great job. All right. Well, I like to keep these weekend challenges under 20 minutes, and we're getting really close here. So I'm going to close this baby out, but I want to remind you, if you've not already done so, please like and subscribe. And we love those 5-star reviews. And of course, if you found value in this, please share it with someone else that could benefit from it. And then collectively working together, we're going to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. And of course, if you haven't picked up a copy of my books yet, they're on Amazon. Just type in my name, Rich Grogan, or you can go to our website and get them from there. There's a link to Amazon. Our website is Grogan's BullyProof, or richgrogan.com. It's all .com, grogansbullyproof.com or richgrogan.com. Or our new address is warriorconfidence, all one word, .com. All of them lead to the same place. You can grab a copy of our books and read them, share them with somebody. Becoming Bullyproof is on, you pick it up in 3 different forms now. You got softback paperback, Kindle, and in Audible. And I recorded it myself. I always like it when authors record their own Audible books. And then the other book, I Believe in Me, Positive Affirmations, A through Z. Pick those up, share them with a friend. They make great gifts. And of course, there's a lot of lessons, a lot of wisdom in those books as well. And if you're being so kind after you're done, those 5-star reviews, as I mentioned, they help boost us up in the search engine results so more people can find us. And then our YouTube channel, make sure you like that. We launch 2 new videos a week on the YouTube channel as well. All right, folks, thank you so very much for tuning in today. I really, truly appreciate it. Hopefully this was insightful for you. Hopefully you're walking away ready to sing your song. At least write it down and get it on paper, and then write down those goals and share it with someone else. Good? All right, folks, I love you. God loves you. Please share that love with the world. And until we talk again, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. I can't wait to chat with you again real soon. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thanks again for listening. Bye-bye. Thank you so very much for listening today. I am truly grateful. My goal is to empower millions of people with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in themselves in order to make our society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. But I can't do it alone. So if you found value in this message, please share it with someone else who could benefit from it, and by subscribing and leaving a 5-star review. Be sure to pick up copies of my books for yourself and someone you care about at www.warriorconfidence.com. Also, remember to stay empowered throughout the week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Facebook and Instagram pages at Warrior Confidence. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.